Hello, it's Chess. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about what makes art or ideas or creations deemed good enough to share. I take a look at people whose thoughts and ideas I admire, and I wonder what makes them so I deem them good enough to consume. Why do they deserve a platform more than someone else? And sure, we can say certain people deserve a platform because of intelligence or wisdom or skill, but what about the people whose work deserves to be seen but never actually is? And the same idea goes for any work of art. Like if someone's not necessarily a very good singer by listening standards, but singing brings them pure and absolute joy, then who are we to say that they shouldn't be allowed to share their voice with the world just because they're not the best? I mean, it seems like we've nearly completely lost the concept of hobbies. No longer can we do things simply because we enjoy them, otherwise it's a waste of time. The question is, will it make us money, make us famous, or further our career? We share our hobbies online to get validation. We sell our artwork on Etsy to get financial gain. We share content online to get an audience of adoring fans and sponsorships. And it starts to feel like a waste of time to be working on hobbies that aren't giving you anything tangible in return. And this is kind of how I've been feeling surrounding this little creative endeavor you're watching here. You, I say, although I'm well aware that there's a good chance that no one but me is ever actually going to watch these videos. But that's kind of exactly the battle I've been fighting with myself here. Is it a waste of my time to be creating videos when I have no audience to release them to? But then this begs the question, am I making these for someone else's approval or for myself? The typical reason people create and continue to release content online is because they have an audience interacting with their work. Most people wouldn't post a sketch or a picture on Instagram expecting absolutely nobody to respond. The validation and interaction create a continued reason to be releasing content. But right now, being completely without an audience to release these to, my only motivation for doing this is the catharsis and enjoyment that I'm getting out of creating, writing, and filming something I'm proud of. At a certain point in the success of a hobby, it stops being so much about the enjoyment that we're getting from it and becomes about what we can be doing to gain the approval of others. We see it in singers, we see it in YouTubers, in any form of artist or creator. We stop making creations that we enjoy and start making things that we think will sell the best. Or if we don't excel in the distribution of a hobby, we just stop doing it because we don't deem it worth our time. It's especially tough in this age of widespread sharing. Back in the day, you simply had to be the best at something within your small community to be deemed with an audience. But now that we can see everyone at any time, you practically have to be the best in the world to be seen as worth anyone's time. Our attention has become our greatest form of currency. So we curate our feeds to be filled with people who we see as the most talented, the most deserving of our attention. We rarely follow along with that artist who absolutely loves what they do, but they're not very good at it. So many people's beautiful thoughts and creations will die with them, and that kind of breaks my heart. But then it gets me wondering, why do we think that work is more meaningful just because it's more widespread or felt strongly about? I just can't agree that your output is only worthwhile once someone else has seen or heard it. The band AJR once penned the lyric, "Good music's still good, even if no one is watching." And I'm trying really hard to take that perspective to heart in my life. Most people don't initially come up with ideas or art just because they want to be famous for it. In this era, we've essentially collectively decided, unless it earns you a living, pursuit of creativity is just not worth our time. But shouldn't the main reason we share our creations and ideas with the world in the first place be so that someone else can feel the passion and bliss that we do? So I'm thinking it may not be as big of a waste of time as we think to create just for the sake of creating. Even without an audience, I'll continue creating and releasing these videos for as long as it brings me joy. And as much as I would love for someone to see these, maybe all this will end up being is an exercise in practicing a hobby with no validation or tangible gain. Maybe we can still find some peace, some purpose, even if our creations die with us. Just to ignite a flame, spark a little joy, and just put something of yourself out into the universe. And it's still worthwhile because it's yours, even if no one is watching. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and try writing someone a thank you note today. And I will see you when I see you.